Iranian ballistic missile exploding Israel's Nevatim airbase. In one of the most dramatic escalations in recent years, Iran has reportedly launched a coordinated ballistic missile strike targeting Israel's Nevatim airbase, a cornerstone of the Israeli Air Force's operational capability. The strike signals a potential turning point in the long-running shadow conflict between the two adversaries, one that may now be spilling into open, high-intensity confrontation. The attack reportedly unfolded in the early hours before dawn, when multiple ballistic missiles were detected inbound towards southern Israel. Air raid sirens echoed across parts of the Negev desert as Israel's layered missile defense systems sprang into action. Interceptors were launched within seconds, attempting to neutralize the incoming threats mid-air. Despite these defenses, initial reports suggest that several missiles penetrated the shield and struck within or near the perimeter of Nevatim Air Base. Residents in nearby areas described hearing a series of powerful detonations, followed by sustained rumbling that shook buildings kilometers away. Eyewitness accounts speak of bright flashes illuminating the sky, followed by towering columns of smoke rising from the direction of the base. Though official confirmation remains limited, emerging visual evidence, satellite snapshots, and geolocated clips suggest that at least parts of the base experienced direct impact. Nevatim Air Base is not just another military facility, it is a strategic nerve center. The base is believed to host some of Israel's most advanced aerial platforms, including cutting-edge stealth fighters, heavy transport aircraft, and long-range strike capabilities. It also plays a key role in intelligence, surveillance, and rapid deployment operations. A successful strike on Nevatim, even if damage is contained, carries immense symbolic weight. It challenges the perceived invulnerability of Israel's high-value military assets and raises serious questions about the effectiveness of even the most sophisticated air defense networks under saturation attack conditions. Military analysts emphasize that ballistic missiles, due to their high speed and steep descent angles, are among the most difficult threats to intercept. If Iran indeed employed advanced missile variants or coordinated timing to overwhelm defenses, it would indicate a significant evolution in operational capability. As of now, Israeli officials have not publicly disclosed the full extent of the damage or whether there were casualties. This silence is consistent with wartime information control, especially when sensitive military sites are involved. However, increased military activity in the region, including restricted airspace and rapid deployment of emergency services, points to a serious incident. On the Iranian side, no immediate official statement has been released. Yet, regional observers note that such ambiguity can itself be strategic, allowing Tehran to project power while maintaining a degree of deniability. Security experts believe the strike may be intended as a calibrated message, demonstrating Iran's ability to directly target critical Israeli infrastructure while testing the limits of escalation. It also sends a signal to regional and global audiences that Iran is willing to move beyond proxy warfare if necessary. Israel now finds itself at a critical crossroads. Its military doctrine has long emphasized decisive retaliation to restore deterrence. However, the stakes in this scenario are far higher than previous exchanges. A direct response against Iranian territory could trigger a rapid escalation cycle, potentially involving missile barrages, cyber attacks, and multi-front engagements with allied groups across the region. On the other hand, a restrained response risks being perceived as weakness, potentially inviting further aggression. Reports suggest that Israeli defense leadership is currently assessing a range of response options, from limited precision strikes to broader strategic operations. Meanwhile, reserve units may be placed on standby, and additional air defense batteries could be redeployed across vulnerable zones. Across the Middle East, the ripple effects are already being felt. Neighboring countries are reportedly increasing their military readiness levels, while airspace monitoring has intensified across multiple borders. Commercial aviation routes in the region may face disruptions as a precaution. Global powers, including the United States and European nations, are closely monitoring developments. Diplomatic channels are being activated in an urgent effort to prevent further escalation. Calls for restraint are growing louder, but so far, neither side has signaled a clear intention to de-escalate. Energy markets are also reacting nervously, with concerns that a wider conflict could disrupt critical supply routes. The strategic implications extend far beyond the immediate battlefield, touching global economic stability and international security frameworks. This strike, if fully confirmed, represents more than a single military event. It may mark the beginning of a new phase in regional conflict dynamics. For years, confrontation between Iran and Israel has largely played out through indirect means, cyber operations, covert strikes, and proxy engagements in third countries. A direct ballistic missile attack on a major Israeli airbase breaks that pattern. It suggests a shift toward overt, high-visibility actions that carry greater risk, but also greater strategic impact. In such an environment, miscalculation becomes far more likely, and the margin for error shrinks dramatically. As the situation continues to evolve, several key questions remain unanswered. Was this a one-time strike, or part of a larger planned campaign? How significant is the actual damage to Nevatim's operational capability? Will Israel respond immediately, or bide its time for a more calculated move? And perhaps most critically, can escalation still be contained? For now, the region stands at a precarious tipping point. Military forces remain on high alert, intelligence networks are working around the clock, and world leaders are scrambling to prevent a wider crisis. But with tensions already stretched to the limit, even a single additional strike or misinterpreted signal could push the situation beyond control. The coming hours and days may prove decisive, not just for Israel and Iran, but for the stability of the entire Middle East.